Ever wondered about the extraordinary journey of insulin or the secret science behind orchids? How about the rarest elements on our planet or the microscopic terror that is the dengue virus? Welcome back to Sci Sips and to this fourth episode of our Docu-Binge series. Prepare to be dazzled as we journey through the wonders of science. Our expedition starts with the Insulin Odyssey, a life-saving hero coursing through our veins with a history as extraordinary as its role in our bodies. Next, we unlock the orchid enigma. These beautiful and complex flowers hold secrets that have perplexed scientists for centuries. What could they be? Only the journey will reveal. Our adventure doesn't stop there. We'll dig deep into the periodic table, unveiling the 5 rarest elements known to humankind. Their scarcity is matched only by their unique properties and the thrill of their discovery. We then plunge into the microscopic world to decode the dengue virus. This tiny terror has a big impact, but science is on its trail, working tirelessly to unravel its mysteries. We'll then step back in time to the era of dinosaurs, where the Fenton reaction stirs up a paleo controversy. Modern chemistry is on the case, peeling back the layers of this ancient puzzle. But wait, there's more. We'll also investigate the science behind Krav Maga, the powerful martial art that harnesses the laws of physics and human biology for self-defense. And for our final act, we take a giant leap into the cosmos with a curious video from NASA. What could a cat and deep space possibly have in common? You'll have to join us to find out. So buckle up, science enthusiasts, as we embark on this exciting journey, exploring the wonders of the world around us. Stay tuned and remember, science never sleeps, and neither should your curiosity.
A single molecule, a powerful force, a lifesaver. This is insulin, the key player in human health, without which life would be unimaginable. Born from the pancreas, this hormone acts as a gatekeeper, controlling the flow of glucose into our cells. And when it's absent or ineffective, the result is diabetes, a condition that affects millions worldwide. It's not just essential, it's crucial. Insulin, though tiny, holds a giant place in our lives. But how did we come to know about it? Rewind to the early 20th century. Diabetes was a death sentence until the groundbreaking discovery of insulin. Imagine a world where a diagnosis of diabetes meant certain death. This was the harsh reality for countless individuals before the year 1921. But then, in a humble laboratory at the University of Toronto, a glimmer of hope emerged. 2 men, Frederick Banting and Charles Best, embarked on a daring exploration of the pancreas and its mysterious internal secretions. Their relentless pursuit led them to the discovery of a hormone they named insulin. This hormone, they found, was responsible for regulating the body's sugar levels, a function that was impaired in individuals suffering from diabetes. The discovery was nothing short of a medical miracle. For the first time in history, a viable treatment for diabetes was now within reach. This groundbreaking work did not go unnoticed. In 1923, just 2 years after their discovery, Banting and Best were awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine, an honor that underscored the magnitude of their achievement. Banting, humble to his core, shared his prize money with Best, acknowledging the invaluable role his partner played in this medical breakthrough. The discovery of insulin was met with widespread acclaim and celebration. For the medical community, it was a testament to the power of scientific inquiry and the potential for innovation in the face of adversity. For patients with diabetes, it was a beacon of hope, a promise of a future not dictated by their illness. But the journey from discovery to widespread use was far from straightforward. It was a path fraught with challenges and setbacks, marked by rigorous testing, meticulous refinement, and tireless efforts to ensure the safety and efficacy of this newfound treatment. The discovery of insulin opened doors to a new era in diabetes management. But how did we go from discovery to widespread use? As we delve deeper into this remarkable story, we'll uncover the fascinating process that transformed a laboratory finding into a life-saving medication, forever altering the course of medical history. From test tubes to mass production, the journey of insulin synthesis is a testament to human ingenuity. Let's delve deeper into this captivating process. For decades, insulin was extracted from the pancreas of pigs and cattle. However, this method was not only inefficient but also posed the risk of allergic reactions due to the slight differences between animal and human insulin. Enter the era of biotechnology. Scientists, in their relentless pursuit of progress, turn to the relatively new field of genetic engineering. The goal? To produce insulin that is structurally identical to human insulin. The process starts with the introduction of the human insulin gene into a suitable vector, typically a bacterium or yeast. This vector then acts as a mini-factory, using the inserted gene as a blueprint to churn out human insulin. As the bacteria or yeast multiply, so does the production of insulin. This insulin is then isolated, purified, and finally packaged into the life-saving vials we are familiar with. This method of producing insulin, known as recombinant DNA technology, marked a significant leap in diabetes care. It allowed for the mass production of human insulin that is safe, effective, and can be produced on a large scale to meet the ever-growing demand. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Scientists didn't stop at merely replicating human insulin. They went a step further, tweaking the insulin molecule to create insulin analogs. These analogs, while structurally slightly different from natural human insulin, are designed to either act rapidly or provide a steady level of insulin over time. This innovation has given patients and doctors a greater degree of control over blood glucose levels, tailoring treatment to individual needs and lifestyles, thereby bringing us one step closer to mimicking the body's natural insulin response. Synthetic insulin revolutionized diabetes care. But how does it interact with our bodies? Stay tuned as we unravel the intricate ballet of biology that enables this vital hormone to keep our blood sugar levels in check. Inside our bodies, insulin conducts a complex and vital orchestra of bodily functions. Let's imagine for a moment, you're at a symphony. The conductor, insulin, steps onto the stage and raises his baton. The musicians, your body's cells, wait in anticipation. The conductor's first downbeat orchestrates the movement of glucose, the body's main source of energy, from the bloodstream into the cells. This is the first movement of our biological symphony. In this process, insulin acts as a key, opening the doors for glucose to enter the cells. When the blood sugar rises after a meal, the pancreas releases insulin into the bloodstream. Insulin then signals the muscle, fat, and liver cells to absorb the glucose. These cells either use the glucose for energy or store it for future use, effectively lowering the blood sugar levels to a normal range. This is the second movement, a harmonious dance of balance and control. However, what happens when the symphony is disrupted? What if the conductor is ignored? In instances of insulin resistance, the cells in your body start to resist or ignore the signal from insulin. The doors remain closed to glucose, causing it to build up in your blood. This is the discordant third movement, one that can lead to type 2 diabetes if the harmony is not restored. In response, the pancreas produces more insulin to compensate, straining itself in the process. This can result in the pancreas gradually losing its ability to produce insulin, leading to type 1 diabetes. This is the fourth and final movement, a crescendo of complexity that underscores the importance of insulin in our bodies. Insulin's role is pivotal, yet it's not without controversy. Let's delve into the contentious world of insulin pricing. This is the coda of our symphony, a narrative that goes beyond the biological and delves into the socio-economic. A story that reveals the complexity of a substance that, for many, is as vital as the air they breathe. Life-sustaining insulin, a boon for many, yet a financial burden for countless others. Imagine this, a life-saving drug, discovered nearly a century ago, but still out of reach for many due to its prohibitive cost. This is the paradox of insulin, the vital hormone that regulates blood sugar levels in the body. Insulin's cost is a hot-button issue in many parts of the world, particularly in the United States, where the price has tripled in the last 2 decades. This increase has placed a tremendous financial burden on those who depend on insulin, often forcing them to ration their supply, jeopardizing their health and, in extreme cases, even their lives. Why is insulin so expensive? It's a complex issue, entangled in a web of patents, competition, and market exclusivity. The original discoverers of insulin sold the patent for a nominal sum, with the noble intention of making it accessible to all. Yet, today, only 3 companies control the majority of the global insulin market, creating a de facto monopoly. Critics argue that these companies have exploited loopholes in patent laws to extend their exclusivity, preventing cheaper generic versions from entering the market. They point to the lack of transparency in pricing, and call for reforms in a system that appears to prioritize profit over patients. However, the other side of the coin presents a different picture. Pharmaceutical companies argue that the high cost is justified by the investments they make in research and development, improvements in insulin formulations, and the complex process of production. The high price of insulin has ignited a fierce debate about affordable healthcare and the ethics of pricing life-saving drugs. It has sparked protests, lawsuits, and legislative actions, pushing for greater transparency, competition, and affordability. While the pricing controversy rages on, researchers are not resting on their laurels. They continue to explore new treatments, alternative delivery methods, and even potential cures for diabetes. Because at the end of the day, the goal is to ensure that every person living with diabetes has access to the care they need, without breaking the bank. In the quest for better diabetes care, new and promising drugs are emerging on the horizon. As pivotal as insulin has been in the management of diabetes, it is not without its challenges. The delicate balancing act of insulin therapy, the constant monitoring, and the risk of hypoglycemia are all hurdles that patients and doctors grapple with. Emerging research is opening up new avenues. Scientists are developing drugs that not only manage blood sugar levels but also address the underlying issues of insulin resistance and beta cell dysfunction. These new classes of drugs, including SGLT2 inhibitors and GLP-1 receptor agonists, are showing promise in the treatment, and potentially even the prevention of type 2 diabetes. Imagine a future where a diabetes diagnosis doesn't mean a lifetime of injections and constant blood sugar monitoring. A future where the treatment of diabetes goes beyond just managing symptoms to actually addressing the root causes. A future where prevention is not just a possibility, but a reality. The landscape of diabetes care is changing, and these innovative drugs are leading the charge. But as with all medical advancements, there are challenges to overcome, questions to answer, and more research to be done. The future of diabetes care is promising, yet the journey is far from over. We hope you enjoyed that deep dive into the world of insulin, a fascinating, life-saving, and truly groundbreaking drug. Do like this video and subscribe to the SciSips channel for more interesting science videos. Till next time, stay healthy and stay science-sipped. Have you ever wondered how orchids, with their stunning beauty and diversity, came into existence? Well, the answer lies in the magic of evolution. Orchids, you see, are one of nature's most intriguing puzzles. They're not merely beautiful flowers. They're the result of millions of years of evolution and adaptation. Orchids belong to the family Orchidaceae, the largest family of the flowering plants. This family boasts an impressive range of over 25,000 species, each with its unique charm and allure. But how did such diversity come into existence? The story begins with ancestral monocots, which are a type of flowering plant. Over millions of years, these simple plants underwent a series of transformations, giving birth to the complex and diverse orchids we know today. This journey of evolution wasn't a straightforward path, though. It was a winding road filled with countless adaptations and modifications. Orchids have adapted to almost every imaginable habitat on Earth, from the humid rainforests of the Amazon to the arid deserts of Africa. Their resilience is a testament to their evolutionary journey. Each species has developed unique features to survive in its specific habitat. Some orchids have leaves that can store water, enabling them to thrive in dry environments. Others have developed specialized root systems to absorb nutrients from the rocky surfaces they cling to. And then, there's the enchanting beauty of the orchid flowers. Their stunning shapes and vibrant colors aren't just for show. They are strategic adaptations designed to attract specific pollinators. Some orchids even mimic the scent and appearance of female insects to lure males for pollination. But why go through such lengths for pollination? The answer lies in the orchid's quest for survival. By ensuring cross-pollination, orchids increase their genetic diversity, enhancing their adaptability and resilience to changing environments. Before we dive deeper into the world of orchids, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the SciSips YouTube channel for more intriguing science content. Orchids, with their extraordinary diversity, have evolved to master survival in a myriad of habitats. As we peel back the layers of the orchid enigma, we can't help but marvel at the intricate tapestry of life that evolution has woven. Orchids do not thrive in isolation. They dance a delicate tango of symbiosis. But how does this intricate dance come about? Venture into the world of orchids and you'll find a myriad of unique relationships, each as fascinating as the blooms themselves. Orchids and fungi, for instance, have been partners in a symbiotic relationship for millions of years. This relationship is so crucial that without the right fungi, an orchid seed may never germinate. The fungi provide the orchid seeds with the necessary nutrients to grow, and in return, the mature orchid feeds the fungi with its photosynthetic products. This relationship is not merely a casual affair, it is a dance choreographed by eons of evolution. Orchid seeds send out chemical signals that attract the right fungi. The fungi, in turn, enter the seed, initiating a lifelong symbiotic relationship. This fungal association remains with the orchid throughout its life, aiding in nutrient absorption even in the harshest of conditions. But the symbiotic tango doesn't stop there. Orchids also engage in a dance with their pollinators, a dance of deception and reward. Orchids are master manipulators, mimicking the scent, shape and color of female insects to lure male pollinators. Some orchids even go a step further, providing a food source or a safe haven for pollinators. This elaborate ruse ensures that the orchid's pollen is carried far and wide, contributing to the propagation of the species. However, orchids are not simply exploiters, they offer a reward to their pollinators, often in the form of nectar. This sugary treat ensures the pollinators return, maintaining the cycle of pollination and ensuring the survival of both species. From fungi to bees, orchids have formed alliances that ensure their survival and proliferation. This symbiotic tango is a testament to the incredible adaptability of orchids, their ability to form relationships that not only ensure their survival, but also contribute to the rich biodiversity of our planet. In an era of alarming biodiversity loss, how do orchids fare? This question brings us face to face with the harsh reality that these exquisite plants are facing. Orchids, with their diverse forms and flamboyant colors, are not just captivating to our senses but also play a crucial role in ecosystems. Yet they are under an escalating threat from various fronts. One of the most significant challenges is habitat loss. Vast tracts of forests, home to numerous orchid species, are being decimated for agriculture, logging, and urban development. This destruction not only wipes out orchid populations but also disrupts the intricate web of life they are part of, causing a ripple effect that reverberates through the ecosystem. Climate change poses another dire threat. Changes in temperature and rainfall patterns can upset the delicate balance that orchids and their pollinators have evolved to maintain. Some orchids might not survive these rapid alterations, leading to a decline in their numbers. Overcollection is yet another hazard. Orchids' striking beauty makes them a prized possession for collectors and a lucrative commodity for illegal traders. This excessive harvesting, often from the wild, puts immense pressure on the natural populations of these plants. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are concerted efforts underway to conserve these botanical wonders. Many organizations are working tirelessly to protect orchid habitats, enforce stricter laws against illegal orchid trade, and educate the public about the importance of orchids. Additionally, scientific research is being carried out to understand orchids better, which can aid in their preservation. In the world of conservation, orchids have become a sort of poster child, highlighting the urgent need to protect not just these plants, but all forms of life. They are a symbol of the intricate and beautiful web of life that is being unraveled by human activities. Orchids, a symbol of beauty and intricacy, are a testament to the urgent need for biodiversity conservation. Their fate serves as a stark reminder of the price we pay when we disregard the delicate balance of nature. From the intoxicating scent of the vanilla orchid to the elusive ghost orchid and the deceptive bee orchid, what unique adaptations do these orchids possess? As we delve into the enigma of these specific orchids, we find a world where survival hinges on cunning and guile. The vanilla orchid, for instance, a tantalizing treat to our olfactory senses, has an adaptation that has secured its place in our kitchens. Native to Mexico, this orchid's flowers bloom for merely one day. And without the aid of its natural pollinator, the Melipona bee, they would go unpollinated. However, with human intervention, a method known as hand pollination has allowed for the mass cultivation of this aromatic orchid. The ghost orchid, Dendrophylax lindeni, on the other hand, has adopted an almost ethereal survival strategy. This leafless orchid, anchored to its host tree by its roots, has forgone photosynthesis. Instead, it relies on a symbiotic relationship with a specific type of fungi, which provides the necessary nutrients. Its elusive, ghostly white flowers bloom only under specific conditions, making it one of nature's most captivating enigmas. Then there's the bee orchid, Ophrys epifera, a master of deception. This orchid employs a unique method of pollination known as pseudocopulation. The flower of the bee orchid mimics the appearance and scent of a female bee, enticing the male bee into a futile mating attempt. This clever ruse ensures that pollen is transferred to the bee, which then unknowingly carries out the orchid's pollination when it moves on to the next flower. These are but a few examples of the fascinating adaptations within the world of orchids. Each species has evolved its own unique strategies for survival and propagation, captivating us with their diverse forms and intricate relationships with their environment. Orchids, with their myriad adaptations, have mastered the art of survival, each in their unique way. Orchids, beyond their biological fascination, hold a significant place in our lives. But what challenges do orchid growers face? From the vibrant hues of Phalaenopsis to the intoxicating aroma of the vanilla orchid, these marvels of nature have been celebrated and cherished across cultures and civilizations. In ancient Greece, orchids were associated with virility and fertility. Chinese traditional medicine has long valued orchids for their healing and protective properties. In Victorian England, the orchidolarium saw the affluent class engaging in a fervent quest for these exotic blooms, demonstrating wealth, taste, and horticultural prowess. But the journey of an orchid from a wildflower to a prized possession is not without its trials. The cultivation of orchids presents a unique set of challenges. Their intricate life cycle and specific environmental needs require a delicate balance of light, temperature, and humidity. Any slight deviation can spell disaster. Furthermore, the propagation of orchids can be a complex process. Some species, like the elusive ghost orchid, are incredibly difficult to breed in captivity, their seeds needing specific fungi to germinate. This complexity, combined with the constant threat of pests and diseases, makes the cultivation of orchids a task of patience, knowledge, and precision, a labor of love that often takes years to bear fruit. Yet, the allure of orchids continues to captivate us. Their diversity, their resilience, their exquisite beauty, and intriguing biology make them a source of endless fascination. Their allure is such that they have even sparked a thriving global trade, with enthusiasts and collectors willing to pay substantial sums for rare specimens. So, if you find yourself captivated by these remarkable organisms, why not delve deeper? Like this video and subscribe to the SciSips YouTube channel, where we explore the wonders of the natural world, from the minuscule to the magnificent. Orchids, with their enchanting beauty and fascinating biology, continue to captivate us, presenting challenges and rewards for those who seek to understand them. Have you ever pondered what the rarest element on the periodic table might be? As we journey through the realms of science, we find ourselves amidst the wondrous periodic table, a symphony of elements in harmonious array. Conceived in the mid-19th century by the visionary Dmitry Mendeleev, the periodic table has ever since served as the Rosetta Stone of chemistry, decoding the mysteries of the universe one element at a time. From the oldest and most familiar, like gold, silver, and iron, elements that have shaped civilizations and driven human progress, we venture into the realm of the newest and rarest. These elusive elements, often existing only for fractions of a second, challenge our understanding of the very fabric of matter. As we prepare to embark on this thrilling voyage of discovery, we're about to explore not just the periodic table, but the frontiers of human knowledge itself. So, without further ado, let's dive into the 5 rarest elements on our planet. Kicking off our countdown at number 5, we have protactinium. This elusive element, bearing the atomic number 91, is a captivating addition to our periodic table. Primarily found hidden within uranium ores, protactinium is a rare sight indeed. It's metal, but not just your run-of-the-mill metal. This one is radioactive, with a silvery radiance that could steal the limelight at any elemental gathering, if it weren't for its extreme rarity. Protactinium's scarcity is not just a matter of luck. Its elusive nature is in part due to its half-life, which is around 32,760 years, a mere moment in the grand cosmic scale. This means that any protactinium present at Earth's formation would have decayed long ago, making it quite a treasure hunt to locate. Its rarity, protactinium plays a crucial role in our comprehension of the universe's elemental makeup. Progressing forward, let's delve into the 4th rarest element on our planet. Claiming the 4th spot, we have the elusive astatine. This is a character that's both scarce and ephemeral. Astatine, a naturally occurring semi-metal, carries the atomic number 85 on the periodic table. It's a captivating element due to its transitory existence. Generally, astatine is yielded as a byproduct of the decay of heavier elements, such as uranium and thorium. Its rarity lies in its highly unstable state. With a half-life of barely 7.2 hours, astatine quickly decays into other elements, making it one of the rarest naturally occurring elements on Earth. To put it in perspective, even if we managed to gather all the astatine located in the Earth's crust at any given time, it wouldn't even weigh an ounce. Its fleeting presence and evasive nature has made astatine a topic of profound interest in the scientific community. And it's this very interest that makes the realm of elements so thrilling. Moving on to our third rarest element, a truly captivating matter. At number 3, we uncover the engrossing francium. This elusive element, with an atomic number of 87, is a virtual specter in the realm of the periodic table. A member of the alkali metals, francium is inherently unstable. Its most stable isotope, francium-223, has a half-life of just about 22 minutes. Francium is so seldomly encountered in nature that it's been named the second rarest naturally occurring element on Earth. This elusive element can be found in trace amounts in uranium and thorium ores. Its scarcity isn't the only aspect that makes francium compelling. It's also incredibly laborious to isolate. Why? Its radioactive character and swift decay make it a formidable challenge to extract and examine. Despite these hurdles, the allure of francium never fails to charm the scientific community. Its rarity, instability, and transient existence make it a riveting subject in the domain of chemistry. Next, we journey into the sphere of the second rarest element. Our runner-up in this countdown is none other than neptunium. This elusive element, with its atomic number of 93, is a unique character on the vast stage of the periodic table. Its existence isn't typically found in nature, but rather, it is born in the intense environments of nuclear reactors. Neptunium is a silvery metal, part of the actinide series, and it's radioactive. In fact, it was the first transuranium element to be discovered, embodying human ingenuity and our tireless pursuit of knowledge. But why is neptunium so rare, you ask? Well, it's mainly due to its half-life. Neptunium-237, the most stable isotope of neptunium, has a half-life of 2.36 days, which is considerably short. This makes neptunium a truly transient element. It's there, and then like a cosmic magic trick, it disappears. So there you have it, the second rarest element in our elemental lineup. Now let's move on to the moment you've all been waiting for, the introduction to the rarest element on our planet. Topping our list as the rarest element is the extraordinary berkelium. Member of the actinide series, berkelium holds the 97th position on the periodic table. A synthetic element, it's not naturally occurring and can only be produced in minute quantities in particle accelerators. Berkelium is a transuranic radioactive chemical element, named after the city of Berkeley, California, the location of the University of California Radiation Laboratory, where it was first synthesized. Its most stable isotope, berkelium-247, has a half-life of approximately 330 days. The process of producing berkelium is arduous and time-consuming. It involves bombarding lighter elements with charged particles, and then separating the resulting berkelium atoms. This painstaking process yields just microscopic amounts, making berkelium one of the most elusive elements known to mankind. Berkelium's extreme rarity and the complexity of its production process truly make it a marvel of human scientific achievement. And there you have it, the 5 rarest elements on our planet. And before we forget, some of you may be wondering how this list is correct. Yes, if you consider only natural elements. Astatine is the rarest naturally occurring element in the Earth's crust, occurring only as the decay product of various heavier elements. All of astatine's isotopes are short-lived. The most stable is astatine-210 with a half-life of 8.1 hours. Our list takes into account both natural and synthesized elements and is correct till 2025 or till the next elements are discovered. From protactinium to berkelium, these elements remind us of the vast and diverse world of chemistry. We've traversed the intricate landscape of the periodic table, uncovering the mysteries of elements so rare, they are like whispered secrets in the grand narrative of the universe. We've unveiled the allure of protactinium, a radioactive element with a half-life spanning millennia, and discovered astatine, an element so scarce it's practically invisible. We've journeyed to the unstable world of francium, a fleeting element that exists only in minute quantities, and explored neptunium, a synthetic element birthed in the crucible of human innovation. Finally, we've journeyed to berkelium, named after the city of Berkeley, a testament to our relentless pursuit of knowledge. Each of these elements, with their unique properties and histories, underscore the ceaseless wonder that is the science of chemistry. If you enjoyed this journey through the periodic table, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to SciZips for more fascinating science content. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of science.
Have you ever wondered about the global impact of a tiny mosquito bite? Specifically, The bite that leads to dengue fever? This seemingly insignificant action has profound repercussions, rippling across the globe. Dengue fever is not just a tropical disease anymore. According to the World Health Organization, it's estimated that almost half of the world's population is now at risk. That's right, half. Each year, up to 400 million infections are reported, and about 1 in 4 people infected with dengue will get sick. The disease claims the lives of thousands annually, with a mortality rate that has unfortunately been on the rise. Its geographical reach is ever expanding, crossing borders and continents, from Asia to the Americas and even parts of Europe and Africa. Today, we delve into the intricate tale of dengue fever, the mosquito, and the virus that connects them. Welcome to a journey that will take us deep into the world of science, revealing the epic battle between man and mosquito and the microscopic war within. Our tale begins with the humble mosquito, a creature whose existence is far more complex than we might think, a life that evolves in a 4-stage cycle: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Each phase teeming with unique characteristics and functions that contribute to the survival of the species. Our journey starts with the mosquito's first stage, the egg. Deposited in stagnant water, these tiny specks of life patiently wait for the right conditions to hatch. Their resilience is noteworthy, capable of surviving dry conditions for several months. Next comes the larval stage, a period of rapid growth and development. The mosquito larvae, or wrigglers as they're often called, spend most of their time feeding on organic matter in the water, preparing for the imminent transformation. The third stage, the pupal stage, is akin to a chrysalis phase in a butterfly's life. Here, the mosquito undergoes a metamorphosis, transforming from a water-dwelling creature into an agile, airbound adult. And finally, we arrive at the adult stage, where the mosquito takes to the skies. But not all mosquitoes are created equal. Among the thousands of species, there's one that holds a peculiar significance to us: the Aedes aegypti. The Aedes aegypti, easily recognizable by its distinctive white markings, thrives in urban environments, preferring to lay its eggs in artificial containers close to human habitats. Unlike other species, the Aedes aegypti is a day biter, making it a particularly efficient transmitter of diseases. The female Aedes aegypti, driven by a biological need to nourish its eggs, seeks out blood meals from humans. It's during these feeding bouts that the mosquito can acquire and subsequently transmit the dengue virus. But this mosquito is not just a simple pest. It's a vector for the dangerous dengue virus. The dengue virus, a tiny but potent entity, has its own fascinating journey. Nestled in the proboscis of the Aedes mosquito, it waits patiently for the insect to take its next blood meal. This is the first step in its life cycle, a passage from mosquito to human where it will replicate and wreak havoc. The virus enters the mosquito when it feeds on an infected human. In the mosquito's midgut, the virus finds a conducive environment for its replication. It multiplies, spreading throughout the mosquito's body, ultimately concentrating in its salivary glands. Now the mosquito has become a reservoir of the dengue virus, ready to pass it on to its next human host during a blood meal. The virus's journey continues when it is introduced into the human body. It enters the bloodstream, attacking white blood cells, and uses these cells to replicate further. Upon successful replication, the infected cells burst open, releasing new viruses that go on to infect more cells. This cycle continues, leading to a rapid increase in the number of infected cells, which is when the symptoms of dengue fever begin to appear. But not all dengue viruses are created equal. There are in fact 4 distinct types of dengue viruses, each causing slightly different manifestations of the disease: dengue fever, dengue hemorrhagic fever, dengue shock syndrome, and an asymptomatic form. Each type carries a unique profile, yet all share the same ability to cause immense discomfort and, in serious cases, life-threatening complications. The dengue virus, from its humble beginnings in the mosquito's gut to the complex interplay within the human body, makes a journey that is both captivating and terrifying. Its ability to multiply rapidly and cause severe disease, coupled with its propensity to morph into 4 different types, underscores its potency. The dengue virus, though minuscule, carries a weighty impact that spans the globe. It's a tiny entity with a monumental reach, a testament to the fact that size doesn't always equate to power. The dengue virus, in its microscopic form, manages to leave a colossal footprint in its wake. When the mosquito and the dengue virus intersect, a potent cocktail is formed. This pivotal meeting happens when a female mosquito, in her quest for nourishment, feeds on a human already infected with the dengue virus. The virus seizes this opportunity to hitch a ride into the mosquito, marking the beginning of a symbiotic relationship that's detrimental to us humans. But how does this happen? The virus, with its uncanny ability to adapt, survives within the mosquito's gut. The mosquito, now a carrier, remains unharmed, unwittingly providing the perfect environment for the virus to replicate. Over the course of 10 to 14 days, the virus multiplies, eventually reaching the mosquito's salivary glands. This is the point of no return. The mosquito is now a fully fledged vector of the dengue virus, ready to transmit it to the next human on its feeding agenda. So, the mosquito bites again, but this time it's not just taking, it's also giving. As it pierces the skin, the mosquito injects saliva to prevent blood clotting. Along with this saliva, the dengue virus is also deposited into the human bloodstream. The virus, like a well-trained infiltrator, swiftly begins to invade cells within the human body, marking the onset of infection. The human body, however, is not defenseless. Upon detecting the foreign invader, it launches an immediate immune response. White blood cells, the body's frontline soldiers, try to fend off the attack. Fever spikes, a sign that the body is putting up a fight. But the dengue virus is a formidable adversary, known for its ability to evade and manipulate the human immune system. In this dance between the mosquito, the virus, and the human immune system, the stakes are high. Each interaction, each bite, could potentially lead to a full-blown case of dengue fever. This intersection of mosquito and virus sets the stage for the battle that rages within the human body. This battle, its outcomes, and the global efforts to prevent it will be the focus of our next segment. Dengue fever, the result of this mosquito-virus interaction, is a battle fought within the human body. This malicious dance between the virus and the immune system begins with a mosquito's bite, injecting the dengue virus directly into the bloodstream. The symptoms that follow, usually appearing 4 to 10 days after infection, are the outward manifestations of this internal struggle. In the early stages, dengue fever can present much like a severe flu. High fever, severe headaches, pain behind the eyes, joint and muscle pain, fatigue, nausea and rash are common symptoms. This is the acute phase, the body's initial response to the invading virus. It is at this stage that the immune system is fully mobilized, releasing a flood of white blood cells and antibodies to combat the viral intruder. However, the dengue virus is cunning, capable of hiding within cells and evading the immune response. In some cases, the virus can trigger a severe form of the disease known as dengue hemorrhagic fever, or DHF. This is characterized by bleeding, blood plasma leakage, and low platelet count. It is a potentially fatal condition that requires immediate medical intervention. Treatment for dengue fever is primarily supportive, focusing on relieving symptoms and maintaining the patient's fluid balance. There is currently no specific antiviral treatment for dengue, although research is ongoing in this area. However, early detection and access to proper medical care can significantly lower the risk of complications and death. Vaccines, too, are an important part of the fight against dengue. The first dengue vaccine, Dengvaxia, was approved in 2019 and is now available in several countries. However, its use is complex due to the unique characteristics of the dengue virus, and it is not a complete solution. Research into more effective and universally applicable vaccines continues. Dengue fever, a complex and cunning adversary, poses a significant global health challenge. Yet advances in medical research and growing understanding of the virus and its vector are paving the way for potential breakthroughs. While the battle may be won, the war against dengue fever continues. Across the globe, scientists, doctors and ordinary people are joining forces to fight dengue fever. From the bustling laboratories where researchers tirelessly unravel the mysteries of the dengue virus, to the quiet corners of the world where community health workers educate their neighbors about mosquito control, the battle is being waged on multiple fronts. Innovation is at the forefront of this global fight. We're seeing novel strategies like genetically modified mosquitoes that cannot transmit the virus and cutting-edge vaccines being developed with unprecedented speed. Prevention, too, plays a vital role. Simple actions like eliminating standing water where mosquitoes breed can have a profound impact. And let's not forget the medical professionals who are on the front lines treating patients and managing outbreaks. Their work is crucial in reducing the devastating effects of this disease. Join us in this fight. Subscribe to SciSips for more insights into the fascinating world of science. And remember, your knowledge can make a difference.
Have you ever pondered over the accuracy of the dates assigned to ancient fossils? Let's delve into an intriguing aspect of paleontology that holds the potential to disrupt our comprehension of prehistoric chronology: the Fenton reaction. This fascinating chemical process takes place within the very fabric of fossil bones and teeth, a silent dance of molecules unfolding over eons. The Fenton reaction is a complex ballet of hydrogen peroxide and iron ions. When these two elements encounter each other within a fossil, they engage in an intricate chemical exchange, producing hydroxyl radicals. These radicals, while minuscule, have the power to damage the organic material within fossils, a consequence that fuels a fiery controversy in the field of paleontology. The crux of the contention lies in the realm of radiometric dating, the method scientists use to determine the age of fossils. This technique hinges on the radioactive decay of certain isotopes, a process that occurs at a known rate. By calculating the ratio of the parent isotope to its decayed daughter isotope, scientists can deduce the age of the rock or fossil. However, herein lies the rub. The Fenton reaction, through its production of hydroxyl radicals and breakdown of organic material, can potentially interfere with radiometric dating. This interference could result in the loss of uranium and potassium isotopes, leading to an underestimation of the fossil's age. Furthermore, the damage caused by hydroxyl radicals can make it difficult to extract DNA from fossils for analysis, an essential process for studying the evolution of ancient organisms. Yet it would be a misstep to paint the Fenton reaction as a villain in this narrative. Despite the potential implications, research suggests that the Fenton reaction's effects on radiometric dating are minimal. This reaction is relatively slow and unlikely to have inflicted significant damage to most fossils. Moreover, scientists have devised methods to mitigate the Fenton reaction's impact, such as treating fossils with antioxidants. However, the Fenton reaction is not a villain in the story of paleontology, but rather an enigma that continues to puzzle scientists. To unravel this mystery, we must first delve into the heart of the Fenton reaction. This captivating chemical reaction is named after Henry John Horstman Fenton, a British chemist who first described it in 1894. In essence, the Fenton reaction is a biochemical process where hydrogen peroxide, a common substance, interacts with iron ions, often present in fossilized organic material. Imagine a dance of chemical entities where hydrogen peroxide, known in chemical parlance as H2O2, and iron, symbolized as Fe, take center stage. As they interact, they produce what are known as hydroxyl radicals, represented by OEHI. These radicals may sound benign, but they are anything but. They are extremely reactive and can wreak havoc on the organic material within fossils. These organic materials, which include DNA and proteins, hold valuable information about the life forms they once belonged to. When hydroxyl radicals attack these substances, they may degrade or even destroy them entirely. The resulting damage can be likened to ripping pages from a book, leaving the story incomplete and, in this context, potentially skewing the results of radiometric dating. Now let's venture into the realm of radiometric dating, a method used by scientists to determine the age of rocks and fossils. This technique is based on the predictability of radioactive decay, where isotopes of certain elements break down over time at a steady known rate. The two most commonly used techniques for fossils are uranium-lead and potassium-argon dating. These methods rely on the predictable decay of uranium and potassium isotopes. Over time, these parent isotopes decay to form daughter isotopes, and the ratio between the two can be used to calculate the age of the rock or fossil. It's like reading the rings of a tree, but on a much grander geological timescale. But here's where the Fenton reaction throws a wrench into the works. First, by breaking down the organic material in fossils, it can lead to the loss of uranium and potassium. This can result in an underestimate of the fossil's age, like accidentally skipping a few chapters in our geologic history book. Second, the generation of hydroxyl radicals can damage the DNA in fossils. This can make it difficult to extract DNA for analysis, limiting our ability to study the evolution of ancient organisms, akin to losing valuable clues to the past. Despite this potential for chaos, the Fenton reaction is not a villain in the story of paleontology. It's a natural process, part of the complex world of chemical reactions that occur in our environment. And while it can pose challenges, it also underscores the importance of understanding and accounting for all variables in our scientific exploration. We've delved into the intricacies of this chemical reaction, its potential effects on radiometric dating, and the ensuing controversy. Despite the challenges it may pose, we've also seen how paleontologists continue to navigate these complexities, ensuring the accuracy of our evolutionary history. Remember, every sip of science is a step towards understanding our world. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Sci-Sips channel for more scientific adventures.
What if the human body could be the most effective weapon in your self-defense arsenal? Welcome to a journey into the science of self-defense, a realm where fists and feet meet physics and psychology. Today we're exploring the intriguing world of Krav Maga, a martial art born out of necessity, honed by survival and now studied by science. Krav Maga, a Hebrew term meaning contact combat, originated in the turbulent times of the 1940s, a brainchild of the Israeli martial artist Imi Lichtenfeld. Imi's vision was to develop a self-defense technique that was simple, effective, and could be learned quickly. His focus was not on winning a match in a ring, but on surviving a life-threatening confrontation on the streets. Fast forward to the present, and Krav Maga has evolved into a globally respected martial art, known for its practicality and effectiveness. It doesn't rely on brute strength or flashy moves. Instead, it harnesses the power of science. So what's the science behind Krav Maga, you ask? It's a fascinating amalgamation of biomechanics, physics, and psychology. Firstly, biomechanics. Krav Maga techniques take advantage of the body's natural movements and leverage, optimizing power while minimizing strain. Whether it's striking at vulnerable points, applying joint locks that exploit pressure points, or executing throws that use an attacker's momentum against them, Krav Maga marries strength and strategy in every move. Next, physics. Understanding principles like inertia and momentum is crucial for Krav Maga practitioners. Techniques like palm strikes and knee strikes redirect an attacker's force, while footwork maneuvers like shuffles and pivots help maintain balance and evade attacks. Finally, psychology. Krav Maga emphasizes situational awareness, recognizing potential threats, and taking decisive action under pressure. It prepares practitioners for the adrenaline rush and the fight-or-flight response during real-life confrontations. These three pillars, biomechanics, physics, and psychology, interweave to form the foundation of Krav Maga, turning the human body into a finely tuned, highly effective self-defense machine. So, let's delve into the world of biomechanics, the first pillar of Krav Maga. The human body, a marvel of nature, becomes a formidable tool when used correctly. In the realm of Krav Maga, this truth shines brightly, with the discipline of biomechanics playing a pivotal role. Biomechanics is the science of movement, the study of structures and systems within the body, and how they work together to produce motion. In Krav Maga, these principles are harnessed to create a self-defense technique that is both efficient and effective. Consider the concept of leverage. It's a fundamental principle in biomechanics, the idea that a smaller force can be amplified to overcome a larger one. In Krav Maga, this becomes a key strategy. Techniques such as joint locks and throws are designed to exploit this principle, using the attacker's own momentum against them. A smaller practitioner can, with the right technique, overcome a larger, stronger opponent. Let's break down a specific move to illustrate this. Imagine a straight punch is coming your way. A Krav Maga practitioner would use a technique called a 360 defense, where you raise your arm and deflect the incoming punch with the blade of your forearm. This simple action uses natural body movement, and by applying the principle of leverage, the force of the incoming punch is redirected, minimizing the strain on your body. Strikes, another cornerstone of Krav Maga, also embody biomechanical principles. They target the body's vulnerable points, such as the throat, eyes, or groin, where even a minimal amount of force can have a maximum impact. This approach allows a practitioner to neutralize a threat quickly and effectively. Krav Maga, therefore, is not about brute strength, but about understanding the mechanics of the human body and using them to your advantage. By harnessing the principles of biomechanics, it transforms the body into an efficient, powerful tool for self-defense. It's a fascinating blend of science and martial art, a testament to the remarkable capabilities of the human body. Don't forget to attack that like button and subscribe to the Sci-Sips channel. Stay tuned as we delve into the physics of this remarkable self-defense system in our next segment. Ever considered how inertia and momentum could aid in your defense? A question that might seem out of place in a martial arts discussion, yet it is central to the understanding of Krav Maga, the renowned Israeli self-defense system. Inertia, the property of matter that keeps an object at rest or in motion until acted upon by an external force, plays a key role in Krav Maga. An incoming punch, for example, is an object in motion. Instead of opposing this force directly, Krav Maga teaches practitioners to redirect it, using the attacker's own momentum against them. Consider the palm strike, a common Krav Maga technique. As the attacker lunges forward, the practitioner uses a swift, open-handed strike to the attacker's nose or chin. This does two things. It disrupts the attacker's forward momentum, and simultaneously, the inertia of the strike sends a shockwave of force back into the attacker's head, potentially causing disorientation or even a knockout. Next, let's explore momentum. Momentum is the product of an object's mass and velocity. In the context of Krav Maga, the object is the human body, and velocity refers to the speed of the practitioner's movements. A well-executed knee strike, for instance, uses the practitioner's body mass and the speed of the knee driving upward to create a powerful strike that can incapacitate an attacker. Footwork maneuvers, such as shuffles and pivots, are also guided by physics. These movements help maintain balance, a fundamental aspect of inertia, and allow practitioners to swiftly evade attacks or position themselves advantageously. A shuffle, for example, allows for rapid lateral movement, enabling a practitioner to sidestep an incoming attack and counterattack from a safer angle. In Krav Maga, the principles of physics are not just theoretical concepts, they're practical tools that enhance a practitioner's ability to protect themselves. In a threatening situation, your mind can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. Unveiling the psychological aspects of Krav Maga, we find that this martial art is as much a mental discipline as it is a physical one. The cornerstone of Krav Maga's mental strategy is situational awareness. This is not simply about being alert, but about continuously scanning your environment for potential threats. It's about identifying exit points, impromptu weapons, and assessing the intent of those around you. A Krav Maga practitioner is always prepared, always vigilant, and never caught off guard. Recognizing potential threats is another crucial psychological aspect of Krav Maga. It involves interpreting body language, recognizing suspicious behavior, and understanding the cues that often precede an attack. The aim is to preemptively neutralize a threat before it escalates, or at the very least be mentally prepared to respond when an attack is initiated. Krav Maga also emphasizes taking decisive action under pressure. In the face of danger, hesitation can be fatal. Krav Maga trains practitioners to act swiftly and decisively, turning the tables on an attacker before they can gain the upper hand. This decisiveness stems from a deep-rooted confidence in one's ability to defend oneself, a confidence that is cultivated through rigorous training and mental conditioning. A discussion on the psychology of Krav Maga would be incomplete without mentioning the fight-or-flight response. This primal reaction to danger can either fuel your defense or hinder it, depending on how well you understand and manage it. Krav Maga training incorporates stress drills and simulations to replicate the adrenaline rush of a real confrontation, teaching practitioners to harness their fight-or-flight response rather than being controlled by it. Stress management techniques are also integral to Krav Maga. They help practitioners remain calm and focused under pressure, enabling them to think clearly, act decisively, and execute techniques with precision, even in the most stressful situations. Krav Maga harnesses the power of the mind, making psychology a crucial component of its effectiveness. The mental fortitude it fosters is as valuable as the physical skills it imparts, creating a holistic self-defense system that empowers practitioners on multiple levels. Krav Maga doesn't grant superhuman abilities, but it does arm you with knowledge and skills. Let's debunk some prevalent myths about Krav Maga. First, it doesn't turn you into an invincible martial arts master overnight. Like any discipline, it requires consistent practice, physical conditioning, and mental fortitude. What it does provide is a pragmatic approach to self-defense rooted in the understanding of biomechanics, physics, and psychology. Secondly, Krav Maga is not just about aggressive striking and offensive techniques. This misconception often stems from its military origins and its portrayal in pop culture. In reality, it prioritizes defense, evasion, and de-escalation, emphasizing the use of force only as a last resort. Thirdly, Krav Maga is not a one-size-fits-all solution to every dangerous situation. It equips you with a set of tools and principles that you can adapt to a variety of scenarios, but it is not a guarantee of safety. Situational awareness, quick thinking, and the ability to stay calm under pressure are equally, if not more, important.
Did you even think it was possible to transmit a high-definition video from deep space? Well, the minds at NASA did, and they turned this thought into a reality. On the memorable date of December 11, 2023, the Deep Space Optical Communications Team, or DSOC, stationed at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, achieved a significant milestone. They successfully received the first high-definition streaming video sent via laser from the depths of space. Not just any video, but one featuring a delightful feline named Taters. This video was transmitted from the DSOC transceiver aboard the Psyche spacecraft, which, at that time, was nearly 19 million miles away from our home planet. Just imagine, a video traveling through the vast expanse of space all the way to us. That's not a feat you hear of every day. The video signal took a little over a minute and a half, 101 seconds to be precise, to reach Earth. The transmission occurred at a maximum bit rate of 267 megabits per second. That's a hefty amount of data traveling at lightning speed across the cosmic highway. The DSOC technology demonstration aims to transmit data from deep space at rates 10 to 100 times greater than our current radio frequency systems. With this successful transmission, a new path has been paved for future high-bandwidth communication during interplanetary missions. In summary, the DSOC team at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory has successfully received a high-definition video from deep space for the first time. The video, featuring the adorable Taters, was transmitted from the Psyche spacecraft nearly 19 million miles away from Earth. This achievement opens up new possibilities for data transmission from deep space, potentially at rates far exceeding our current systems. And don't forget to subscribe to SciSips for more intriguing insights into the world of science and technology. Until next time, keep your curiosity piqued and your minds open to the wonders of the cosmos.